All right, y'all. What's up, man? It's your boy, Ryuda or Yahuda. It's coming Yahuda, man. Yahuda. So we on verse 7, and we see where that fall has came from, man. The fall came from this serpent, man. And boy, does he have a price to pay for doing that to mankind and to he got a price to pay. And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked. See, remember, back in chapter 2, verse 25, they were naked and not ashamed. Now, they knew they were naked, and what they do? They went and sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. You know what I'm saying? They girded themselves because now they knew they were naked. See, they wasn't ashamed to show their breast, their penis, and everything. They didn't care, man. They was chilling. Now, this knowledge of this good and evil showed them that they were naked, and it was nothing to be ashamed of. Now, all of a sudden, they're shameful of it. And they heard the voice of Yah, the Almighty, walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves. See? Now they starting to do all kind of creepy, weird stuff, man. Now they starting to hide themselves and stuff when they was just openly naked, enjoying life, being peaceful. Now they hiding themselves from the Most High. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Yah, the Almighty, amongst the trees of the garden. You can't hide from Yah, man. And Yah, the Almighty, called unto Adam and said unto him, Where art thou? Where you at? Where you at? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid. And see all this, look at that. Now he's afraid. You know, he wasn't scared of lions. He wasn't scared of tigers and bears. He wasn't scared. Now he's scared of a voice of the Most High, your creator. And I hid myself. And he said, Who told thee that thou wast naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldn't eat it? Now see, the Most High knew automatically. He already knew automatically, man. I gave this dude one commandment to do. Actually, one commandment not to do. You could do everything else, but this is one thing that you don't do. I'm making myself gods. I'm making you I'm trying to make you God. You're trying to become something else. You're trying to become a God another way. I'm spiritual. I'm trying to make you in my image. I'm cultivating you. And now you're going to do something that this serpent, and he messed it up. And that's how Satan weakened the nations. And he said, and the man said, The woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. This beautiful woman that you gave me, how could I resist? So two things, Adam. You disobeyed the Most High, and then you was to be ruler. You was given dominion over everything. This woman came from you. She is womb man. You even named her, and you listened to her. And now look what happened. And Yah, the Almighty, said unto the woman, so he spoke to the woman, What is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. Look at that. She beguiled her. Beguiled her. Satan went to the weak vessel first, man. That's how he is, man. He does punk moves like that. He's crafty. He's deceitful. He'll get you at your weakest point or the thing that you're weak at, and he will use that and twist you. He will perverse it. What you do. And Yah, the Almighty, said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. Now, we got people, you ever heard of this with this reptilian people and all that stuff? This could mean a lot of things, actually. It's deeper than that, than this just being some snake or being a devil. Dust shalt thou eat. Now, if you want to take it literally, that these are serpent people, reptilian people, then you take it that way. But I know if you go on YouTube or if you go Google it up, like reptilian people, he's talking about these lies and deceit, how they deceive the world. And they're just full of dirt. They're just people who are just treacherous, and they're below cattle to the Most High. You want to do everything the Most High doesn't want you to do, and you're cursed. So these could be these reptilian people, or it could be just these are the most cowardly, and the Most High said they're just below everything. Take it the way you want to take it. Leave a comment if you can go further with it. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. So a lot of Christians want to take that as, Christ being bruised, him being crucified, but at the same time being crucified, he's going to destroy, he's going to kill Satan. He's going to bruise his head. He's going to kill him because he defeated death on the cross. So a lot of people want to take it that way, but there's going to be enmity between. Now, who is he talking to? Who is he talking to? He's still talking to Satan here. I'll put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. So this Satan has this seed of his people, whether it be Nephilim, whether it be the people who follow him, but it's enmity between it. It's light and darkness. And Yehoshua, and it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel, was crucified because he had to get rid of death. And now through that, he's going to crush Satan when he comes back. That second time. Unto the woman, now he's speaking to Eve. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. Okay? 1 Corinthians 14, verse 34. So, it wasn't that Adam, he had dominion over everything, but now it's not good for Eve, because now women's innermost thought is to go for a husband. You have these independent women today and everything, and we have, these lesbians and dykes or whatever, and they want to be men and stuff like that. But for the natural, these women yearn for a husband. They yearn for a man. It's natural. And it used to be that their conception that man and woman, at their conception, and he made man and woman, these particular ones, Adam and Eve, through the conception, that it was easy to do. Now, when he said be fruitful and multiply, now it's going to be hard for that woman to have babies. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard for them to have babies. Their conception will be multiplied. That's what he said. Hold on. Yeah. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children. Sorrow. It's hard. You gotta push. Hours of labor. It used to be really easy. You know what I'm saying? So definitely a bad move by Eve and Adam. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Let's continue. Now let's stop right there. That's over 10 minutes. Alright. So that was interesting. That was interesting, man. So a lot just happened in the first 2 chapters of the Bible, man. We had creation, and now we have death already brought into the world. All right. This is your boy Yahuda saying stay with it, because there are principles and powers that are against you every day. Overcome them, earn that crown, and let's do this. Shalom.